Way worse.
Hitting them against each other. And
no, I think you calling it a Cold War is good because I was going to call it a pissing contest. But
I mean, that too, certainly.
Yeah. In like not the harmless way. We're just like, guys being guys, which, we don't
guys
love.
being dudes.
We don't
what
love.
could be better than that? Sorry.
Yeah, no. That's kind of, but there's a harmless way about it. They're not doing it the harmless way.
No, they're being hateful and bitchy to each other. And look at me once again. Every time.
Yeah,
I'll do that.
Jack and Locke are in a Cold War right now.
Yeah. And yeah. With Henry there and with him stirring the pot as he has been doing, especially and him going under both of them to draw the map for Ana Lucia and then just dropping it at breakfast, at his special little good boy breakfast. He's like, I did that map for Ana Lucia. And if I was a bad guy, they'd be fucking dead by now. But I'm not, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, do you have any milky?
Do you have any milk? Well, no, we have no idea how. No, I figured like milk would be way long gone by now.
Well, you could get like powdered milk
I
that
guess
you mix with water.
Yeah.
And that's shelf stable to a degree. I don't know. I'm no food scientist. But
It sounds like if something happens, I'm going straight to your bunker because I don't know anything
I'm
about
not going to have any powdered milk. I'm lactose intolerant. So good luck elsewhere.
Okay. All right. Well, never mind. I'll die alone, I guess, out in the cold with no powdered milk.
Yeah, you will. And it'll be okay.
Well, you got to go.
I mean, I've got other stuff, I'm sure.
You got to go sometime. Yeah. Right?
Right. As Andrew Reynolds said, you got to die sometime. We're off to a great start, I think.
Yeah. Well, before we do get started,
sure.
Can you hit the intro?
We are in the air.
Yeah, we are.
We're flying with no intermission or prelude this time. We're flying. And by God, I did it correct for once in my stupid Chungus life. We're flying.
Chungus?
Yeah. Jesus, I can't be doing this. We're flying. We're flying to Seoul in Korea. We're going to have a great time. We're going to pick up some soju. We're going to probably see some fantastic fashion in that area. And then we're going to probably come back home. I mean...
Yeah. I mean, I was going to say...
We could have an affair with like a bald hotel heir. Or we could just come back home.
Yeah. I was going to say, I would love to leave Seoul, fly to America after I learned English.
Oh, yeah.
Not after I get some fresh fish from a fisherman village from a fisherman.
Right.
I was trying to...
it's good. I'm laughing. I'm happy. No, it's very good. So today on Flight 815, I'm Shelby.
I'm Anthony.
Thank you for joining us. We're going to be talking about the 16th episode of Season 2, The Whole Truth, which is a Sun episode. In flashbacks, we see a little bit more into Sun and Jin's marriage and their struggles with fertility as they are trying to get pregnant, and it's not happening for them. We are also seeing Sun learning English from her tutor, who is Jay Lee, who is the guy who her mom set her up with in season 1. And he had a girlfriend in America and blah, blah, blah. She's been seeing him to learn English and have a little slut parts time here and there. And then on Island, we've got a lot of shit happening with Henry Gale vis-a-vis Jackson's Ana Lucia in to interrogate him. She does what she can. She gets him to draw a map. Then she tells no one that he drew the map and then goes out with Saeed and Charlie, which is the funniest team up in the world, to go to his purported balloon landing site. And while all that is happening, Sun is dealing with some symptoms that lead her to believe that she is pregnant. And so she gets a Widmore Labs pregnancy test from Sawyer and takes it and is pregnant. And she tells Jin not the whole truth, but some of it.
So they were slapping parts.
Oh, goodness. I mean, if you read between the lines,
that's what I thought too. But she said I had never been with anyone.
Right.
And but she did earlier, like in season 1, say, "Have you ever lied to someone that you love?"
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
I feel like it's kind of clear that she's having an affair with him from the dialogue in those scenes, but I guess it's up for interpretation whether she actually is or not.
I know. Okay, I think it definitely was obvious that.
Yeah, it seemed very obvious. Like, we didn't have a sex scene with them or anything, but there are points where Jay Lee is like, if you want to end our arrangement, we can, if you're uncomfortable with this. And she's like, no.
No. They get really tight. And
they get really tight. They're meeting in hotel rooms to learn English. And I understand that he's like a hotel guy, but certainly there's a...
That's so awful, because I knew that was happening.
Right.
I pushed it so far out of my mind. Like, I wasn't even...
Maybe they're not, but it seemed to me like they were.
No, of course they were.
Yeah.
Of course they were. Of course. And then it comes out at the end of the episode that Jen can't have kids. And I was like, I have like 10 notes that say, that cannot be Baldhead's kid. Cannot happen. But I think deep down I know that it is.
Well, it's either Baldhead's kid, Jay Lee, Baldhead's kid, or the island helped Jen's sperm count or something. It's been helping people's stuff.
That's where...
It could have. It helped Rose's cancer.
I had
Locke's legs.
I had faith in the island. I really did think that, like,
maybe
this is a miracle.
We don't know how pregnant she is. That's the question that would answer that. But they've been there for like a month and a half now. So it could be Jen's from on the island if the island did something to his balls. And if not, then it is Jay Lee's kid if she got pregnant before the flight.
Can we start somewhere else?
Yeah, I don't
have enough to
it's
deal
damning
with.
for Jen and Sun, our favorites, to be having problems. But let's remember that they have all kinds of problems, and they've been working through all of them so well, and they're so sweet, and we love them.
I know this. I know, and here's the thing: I know that this is what was happening. I just was not willing to believe it, and then now that I'm talking with you and I'm not watching it by myself, I'm thinking like,
maybe I shouldn't have said that they were, because it was just implied. Maybe they're not.
It was super obvious that was what was happening, and then they go and then they go all the way out of their way for the fertility doctor to pull her over and say, get in the car.
Yeah.
First off, good on Sun not getting in the car. Why would she do that? That's super weird.
Yeah, that was weird.
But then they kind of jam horn that in to like make sure that it's Jen who cannot have a baby, and then it's also,
which is evil, by the way, on the doctor's part.
Yeah.
But I won't even get into.
But that's combined with the fact that like she's pregnant on the island, and they're doing the whole thing with Jin Lee. Oh, I knew this was happening. I just didn't want it to be true.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. No, I mean, the heartbreak is part of the show.
Yeah.
It's part of the experience, and I'm learning that.
For me, one of the things that drove it home was when after Sun meets with the doctor, but I think before she sees the doctor on the street and he tells her the truth, she meets with Jay Lee and tells him that she has found out that she can't have children. And Jay Lee is like, oh, I'm so sorry, son. And she goes, no, I'm relieved. And to me, that says I'm relieved because then I'm not going to get pregnant here.
Yeah.
Rather than I'm relieved that I won't have a baby with Jen. That's how I interpreted that line.
Oh, that's really good
here
too.
With you know what I mean? Because that's when she thinks it's her.
Yeah.
Before she finds out it's Jen.
I guess when I heard that, I thought that she was relieved because she was in the midst of learning English so she could leave him. And she's relieved because she doesn't have anything that could possibly tie her down to Jen. Because she's on her way out.
That's true as well, for sure.
I mean, but, you know, it was super obvious that there was something going on there, too. So she could have been relieved that, like, you know, hey, I'm not having a baby with Jen. This can still happen. Because when the whole thing where they separated, it was because he was going to America because he was in love with somebody else. And that was not really her decision. So who's to say that she wasn't...
She definitely had a thing for him there when...
Who's to say that she wasn't still in love with him? You know, so yeah, tough. It was really hard to see that entire sequence play out, especially because they kind of started the episode with Jen having a propensity to anger
Yeah.
and acting really quick and like kind of doing all the wrong things.
Yeah, he rips up her garden.
Yeah.
And he gets mad at her at the fertility clinic and is like, "Did you know? And you tricked me into marrying you."
And her
Made me
line,
so mad.
her line was so good. Yeah, I tried to trap.
I tried to baby trap a fisherman's son. Right.
That was so good. I mean, that was ruthless.
It
is what
was.
it was. That cuts.
It was. But it was, Sun and Jen's relationship dynamic is one of my favorites on the show because they are a married couple who loves each other very, very much, but they also have so many problems that they do work through and that they don't shy away from giving them reasons to be apart, even though they choose to be together, I guess, if that makes sense.
It does.
Especially in the first season, we had so much turmoil. The first 10 episodes or so are set up to make you hate Jen, and then you heel turn on him and really start rooting for them. And I just think it's done well.
Yeah, and I feel like as they go through their progression in what I'm seeing in their relationship, it feels like there's almost like nothing that they like about each other, almost ever. No. But they always have this like deep connection, love that is unexplained, and they always kind of love each other no matter what. Yeah, but like they constantly fight about everything. Like, what do they like about each other? What is beyond like the unspoken thing that people just can't really know, which is super important. That seems to be the only thing saying like, okay, these two make sense. The rest of it is just them fighting.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
So far, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can only do so far. You know, that's all that I have.
Absolutely true.
That's all I have to go off of.
Yeah, I got really mad at Jen this episode through all of the anger stuff, but then his speech at the end brought me right back around to loving Jen Soo Kwon when he's like, because he spends a lot of the episode angry and even a little bit violently angry, and it sucks, and you get mad at him, and then he talks to Sun and he fully lays on all his cards on the table and is like, I know that I have been quick to anger recently. I know that I'm falling into like bad habits vis-a-vis my anger management. And that's because of how frustrating this is. I like need you. I can't talk to anybody. Nobody understands what I'm saying. I don't understand what most people are saying. Like 90% of the time, and I need you. And this is frustrating and it's making me angry, and I'm sorry that I've taken that out on you. And he really, it's just good writing, baby.
It's good writing, and I think it's really important. I hope, because I watched the episode with subtitles on, a lot of the Korean was not, told to us. The fact that he said, I love you in English, I thought was like a really impactful moment. Like that was on purpose.
It was.
And
he learned that to tell her and to like accept that she is speaking English and connecting with everybody, and that he wants to try as well, and that he'd love her no matter what they're speaking to each other. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful.
And I think there's something that like it is drawn to like my eye as like a TV viewer, because again, that's an awesome moment that Jin is like bearing his soul and talking to her and then trying to make up for everything. But that's right now kind of all they do. One does something wrong, they have this big make up for it. Then the other person does something wrong, then they make up for it. And it kind of feels like this whole thing is rooted in bad behavior towards each other because of this unspoken love. You could just love each other and start on the front end, And I'm just saying, that's just from an outside perspective.
Absolutely.
It just feels like every time these awesome moments between them are them making up for somebody doing something wrong.
Yeah.
And we could skip that.
I love forgiveness.
I know.
I love forgiveness, and I love forgiveness that stems from absolute and total love. And I think that's what
I agree.
That's what Jin and Sun's story is about loving each other and forgiving each other and working through things together and learning how to be honest with each other after you haven't for a long time, from both of them.
Yeah. I kind of thought there was going to be a full circle moment at some point where she was going to like offer to teach him English when he was like kind of saying that you're the only one I can talk to.
Yeah.
And we just did this whole thing with her learning English from her ex. Right. I was like, I thought that she was going to say, I'll teach you English, so you have somebody else to talk to. Or is she holding him hostage?
No.
We don't know yet.
Maybe she's a little bit too caught up in the fact that she's pregnant and
with somebody else's kid.
stop. Maybe. Who could say?
You're the one who said slapping parts. You're the one who said slapping parts.
Implied slapping of parts. Perhaps slapping of parts.
The idea of slapping parts. Okay.
With Jay Lee. Goodness. I like how Kate has, for the island, kind of become the de facto OBGYN for no reason.
For no reason.
She helped Claire give birth. She was there for all of Claire's labor and delivery and coaching her through it. And now she's sitting with Sun for the pregnancy test and talking her through that. It's just funny to me that everyone goes to Kate for this. Kate, who has never had a child, who has no medical degree, who...
She's just involved in everything.
She's just a busybody. She's nosy as hell, so she's going to be around. And you can go, hey, Kate.
And then literally I thought of you in the middle. So when she's there for the pregnancy test, I was like, of course Kate's involved. And then Jack comes up, and then they kind of cut to the scene where Jack is telling her, no,
she's like, you know what you have to do, tattle to Jack.
Yeah, and then she goes, you've been in the hatch a lot. I'm like, just keep your nose out. She can't even help it. Like, just a character comes in. What have you been up to?
What have you been up to?
Yeah.
What secrets are you hiding?
Yeah, because here's the thing. That's setting us up for she's going to get involved with Henry Gale. Because now she's asking questions.
She is asking questions.
Now she's going to just insert herself. She's going to get involved.
Yeah, and it's interesting that Jack is telling Ana Lucia about Henry Gale and not Kate, who used to be his, like, number two. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
His number two main squeeze, pretty girl. And now he's telling a different pretty girl about Henry Gale and letting her into the hatch to talk to him and all
Did
that.
I miss something where I thought Locke was the one?
It was Locke. You're absolutely right. But...
Yeah.
He is telling Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was like...
It all bleeds together. I work really hard. And sometimes my attention is on, okay, I can't say this, and I can't say that, and I can't say this. And then some other stuff falls by the wayside. You're right, it was Locke.
Nobody is questioning your ability to, like, not ruin anything for me. I was just
really hard.
working through it. I was like... Because I actually thought it was a bigger deal that Locke was the one telling Ana Lucia, because Locke and Kate have this kind of bond that I don't understand. And I feel like they respect each other on a certain level where if she goes to Jack, Jack will withhold.
Yeah.
If she goes to Locke, Locke respects her enough that he will tell her. If she wants information, Locke seems like her guy.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, Locke is going to be the one who does it. And especially because the way that they are fighting right now in this Cold War, he might do it just to spite Jack. He might tell Kate just to spite Jack.
I would like that. It's interesting that he goes to Ana Lucia in general. I don't...
The way he laid out why he went to her made sense.
Yeah.
Really. And I know this stinks because I'm not a big Ana Lucia fan.
I liked her in this episode.
She rocked it.
I liked her in this episode. She did it well. I really liked the callbacks to Nathan and to what she did to him and the guilt she feels over putting that man in that pit, who didn't actually do anything wrong and wasn't the baddie, and that informing her conversation with Henry Gale. I thought that her patience through the entire conversation with Henry Gale was really indicative of growth.
I mean, I just thought that, like, if we're supposed to dislike her forever, it did a lot for me to like her now. Yeah. Because I thought she did great. Like, she was the one who had a level head. She was approaching it with kindness. And I thought that when she was talking to Saeed, she was going through and she was reflecting. Yeah. She had some self-awareness and
her apology to Saeed, I thought, was very genuine.
Yeah. And I think there's something to be said for maybe the first character that I can recollect. And there's probably been plenty of instances of this where she said, I am who I am. And she understands why that is dislikable, or what's not necessarily dislikable, like what's wrong with.
She's self-aware of those flaws that she carries.
It's an insanely big thing that the rest of the people on the island are missing.
That's true.
Right? They're just like, no, I don't understand what's wrong with me. It's wrong with you. Everything is like a displacing of blame. And she's like, you know what? No, I've tried to make people like me. People don't, but I am who I am. Yeah. And that was refreshing to like hear.
Absolutely.
And when she did that, she apologized to Saeed, which of course you're never going to be able to give him the apology that, you know, he needs or wants or any of that. Just the fact that she kind of did it was bigger than a lot of the characters that we've been interacting with so far.
And did it genuinely and held eye contact with him through it and seemed genuinely like extremely remorseful and sad about it. I thought it was really good. The whole Ana Lucia, Saeed, and Charlie going off into the jungle on an adventure is hilarious. It was like the most unexpected team up in the world, but I did love it.
I did too.
Right.
I did too. Charlie was providing the perfect amount of relief from whatever was going to happen there.
Yes.
And I feel like that was kind of the first long time that we got to see Ana Lucia and Saeed. So you can't just put them alone.
No,
yet.
You've got to have a funny little British buffer.
You have to have a buffer with them.
Yes.
Okay, let me ask you this. Is Charlie using?
Who could say?
Okay, because he tripped and fell one time, and then Ana Lucia gave him a weird look, and I was like, why did he trip and fall?
I think you're supposed to be wondering for sure.
Okay, because then like the next scene, she saw the gun, but that didn't really have to do with the fall. It was like the way that he fell. I feel like she looked at him.
Maybe she saw the gun when he did fall, but I will say that might be why. Like when he fell, his shirt rode up, and she saw the gun and was like, "Oh, a gun! I love those. I need that." But
that would make more sense.
But to your credit on wondering if Charlie is using or not, it came into my mind this watch. That whole adventure bit, Charlie's behavior throughout is very, very reminiscent of his first adventure on the island with Jack and Kate going to the plane, which is a situation where he was high and he was looking for more of his drugs and using in the plane bathroom and all of that. And so I think that was supposed to be kind of like, oh.
Yeah. Okay.
When?
Because he's like you said, he's quick. He's moving a little too fast. And okay. All right. Well,
it
was a thought. But it would make more sense when he fell and she kind of noticed it was because she saw the gun.
Yeah.
That would be more sense.
But Charlie has laid low. This is punished Charlie, who has been, kind of ostracized by most of the people on the island due to his own actions. Claire doesn't want anything to do with him. Locke doesn't want anything to do with him. Those were his biggest allies in season 1. And now he's one of the most hated people on the island. He and Sawyer joked about that a few episodes ago. He's got a huge stash of heroin in the jungle that he's told nobody about.
And he's not really acting like that. He's acting very comfortable.
Yeah.
Which is kind of made me feel like he might be high again.
Maybe.
Because he's just kind of vibing, and he seemed fine, right? Like he hadn't been through all this stuff. And when he was not using, he was a little bit more present, like not introverted, but like a little bit more perceptive.
A little bit more grounded for
sure. And I feel like he wasn't quite that. And I was like, oh, are we doing that? Because I feel like I keep saying that. I actually got a comment on YouTube about I feel like. I say that a lot. So I'm going to try to do a little bit. Yeah.
I don't look at those comments.
No,
leave him alone.
I am waiting
He feels like, and that's fine.
I am waiting for the other shoe to drop when he starts using again. I just can't envision that doesn't get revisited.
We'll see.
I know. That could be me. I'm just saying.
Maybe.
I think he's going to start using it again at some point. I feel like I'm just going to keep looking for it in every little sign that I can find. There's no way they're just going to abandon those Mary statues and him having heroin. Like I'm waiting for it to drop.
Who could say?
Okay. Nailed it.
Oh, I did like, to Charlie's credit, the little bit where Ana Lucia asks for the gun and is like, you don't need a gun. And he holds it out and then swivels around to give it to Saeed. He's like, you're right. Someone with more experience should use it.
It's so good.
It's funny.
He just kind of rotates.
It's cute.
Yeah.
What a silly boy.
I mean...
So there was a video game me and my brother played all the time when we were kids on the GameCube called X-Men Legends. We had the first and the second one, and you would team up 4 X-Men to go on a mission.
Okay.
And you had 10 or 12 or however many X-Men to choose from. Probably more than that. I don't remember. I was a child.
Yeah.
But if you put certain combinations of X-Men together, you would get a bonus for... this is an idea for a new segment. This isn't just me talking about X-Men.
No, I'm into whatever you're saying. I was locked in.
You would get a bonus for certain groups of X-Men. So if you had like Jean Grey, Cyclops, Rogue, and Gambit, you would get a little bonus called Double Date, and it would give you extra health or whatever. Or if you had Jean Grey and Rogue and Mystique and Storm, it would be Femme Fatale, and you'd get a boost to your attack damage. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I think that when we have brand new and exciting team ups that we haven't had before, we should try to think of what their little bonus could be. And for the surprise team up of Ana Lucia, Saeed, and Charlie, my vote is Cold-Blooded Killers.
Oh, that's really good.
They've all taken a life in cold blood. That's an easy one that could apply to many people on the island.
Yeah.
So it may not be the best one, but I think it would be
Yeah.
fun to be thinking of these little team names.
That's really good. Because I was going to say, like, shoot first, ask questions later, and
That's
it does
good.
double damage or something.
Yeah,
you know?
that's absolutely exactly what I mean.
Because all of them just
And they
coming
do.
on.
They do be shooting.
They do be shooting. They be asking questions later or apologizing later.
Right,
or
right.
Like, shoot first, explain later. That would be maybe a better. I like that. We should keep doing that with new team ups.
It's a thought to have. Credit to X-Men Legends 1 and 2.
I like that. Because I do think it was a good team up, though.
It was a surprisingly good team up. Like when they first went on the adventure, they were leaving, and I was like, Jesus Christ, this group of people. And then they actually, what's wrong?
I have to give you flowers
For
your guy, Saeed.
Oh, I loved him.
That might be my number one favorite moment of the entire series so far. When he was like, it's not your fault. You didn't kill Shannon.
Right.
That was the highest level of maturity. That was like one of the biggest moments of growth that I think that I've seen in the show from any character. And I know that's your guy. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt what you were saying. It was Saeed nailed it. This guy is moving forward. And it feels like in the midst of your favorite character, Ish, Locke, one of my favorite characters, moving, and Sawyer, everyone's moving backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Saeed is separating himself from the pack right now and moving forward as a
Sure
person.
is.
And everyone else seems to be taking a step backwards.
Yeah.
He's moving forward.
But Saeed Jarrah is the fucking goat, and don't you forget it. Yeah, he's so cool. And you can tell that he's like been thinking about that since it happened and been working to try and forgive Ana Lucia since it happened, because he knew shortly after it happened why she shot and the panic that was around and how she would have never shot if she knew, if she had the information. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just good. I just love him. He's
I thought it was a big
Saeed.
deal, too, that the writers and the producers made sure that Charlie was not at the fire whenever that was happening or wherever they were sleeping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That needed
For a second, I was like, did he go home?
No. It just
But
needed,
yeah.
it needed to be their moment.
No, when I was watching the episode for a second, I was like, where did Charlie go? Did he just double back and head back to the beach? But it was also very good that they had that conversation without him present, and that they woke up without him present to have like a little quiet moment before he comes back and is like, I got papayas.
Papaya.
Does anybody want a papaya?
I mean, in his defense, they do need to eat, though.
They do. They were just leaving, and I was like, actually, breakfast would be good.
On the go.
Yeah.
Wrap it up in some tinfoil, Make a breakfast Sammy.
Eat it while you fucking walk.
That's
You all should have a knife on you. If you don't, then that's foolish. If you're going to be traipsing around in the jungle, and Locke has 30, and I'm sure several other men on the plane had a pocket knife. Everyone can have a pocket knife.
Everyone can have one. Except for Charlie. Yeah. They don't trust him with anything.
They don't need to be trusting him with much right now.
Don't
quite
disagree.
Frankly. You can't be drowning babies and stuff.
Don't disagree. Now I'm the one. I keep forgetting that happened.
Yeah. Anthony forgot. Anthony forgot what Charlie did to Aaron. That's
I did.
payback.
I did. I'll give you that. Because I deserve it.
Do you want to talk green screen? Or is it too early to talk green screen?
Oh no, which one did I miss?
It's like the last conversation that Sun and Jay Lee have in the flashbacks, and like Soul is out the window behind them, and it's a beautiful skyline, but it's also it looks like Roku City a little bit.
Okay. So yeah, let's definitely talk about it, because when they were going through the sexy time in the first scene, and they did the skyline in the background, I was like, cool sky? No, it's a bad skyline.
It's a green
What is
screen,
wrong with
yeah.
it? Yeah, I know.
I understand that they obviously cannot go shoot in Korea when they're already spending so much money on shooting in Hawaii all the time. But
Yeah.
girl,
Yeah, it was, yeah. Okay. Because I was like, whoa.
that's The Sims outside. What are you talking about?
I know. What a tough balance for them, though.
Right.
Because you have such an important scene and
Yeah.
you don't want to take away from it
Yeah.
with that. But it did kind of distract me a little
And
bit.
flowers for them for doing it in the first place. Because at this time especially, this was like easily by far the most culturally diverse show on television. You had a lot of people from a lot of different backgrounds. You had a lot of people speaking their own languages, different languages. We have bits of this show that are in Arabic and Korean and everything else. So it's nice to have that, but also
it was a big swing.
that green screen. Maybe close the blinds.
And here's the thing, too. You could also just make it a normal wall and then put a picture of Seoul on the wall, right? And just make it a hotel room with like one window, maybe. Or,
Yeah.
you don't have to.
Put a picture on the wall.
It doesn't be floor to ceiling windows,
Sure. Yeah.
right? I mean, like, that was the swing that they took because I feel like.
And of course, it's because Jay Lee is like a hotel magnate, and they're going to be in a fancy hotel room because he owns all the hotels or
there you go.
something. So they have to. I get it, but
Yeah, it could have just been like a one window hotel like the rest of us are
maybe it
used to
could be
staying
dark
in.
outside.
Yeah.
There's options. Yeah, and the doctor.
I didn't realize like how many hands Son's dad is in. Right? He kind of controls everybody. It's real
Mr. Pike is a very powerful, very
real
scary man.
mafia stuff.
Yeah.
Right? And I guess it didn't make sense to me that Jin was gonna go berserk and like ruin the clinic because he told him that.
Yeah, the only way I can justify that in my head, and not justify it in it's okay, but justify as in this fits Jin's character, is by thinking about how much pressure Jin is under just all of the time.
Yeah.
With working for Mr. Pike and having to work with Mr. Pike to keep being married to the woman that he loves. And he says in the beginning of the episode that he really wants them to have a baby because he thinks that Mr. Pike might stop having him go beat men to death if they have a baby. I guess there's a grandchild to worry about,
Yeah.
It's not right to act like that. And it's not at all right to blame any sort of medical problem on the person experiencing it, especially in that angry, horrible way.
Yeah.
But I think he's just stressed the fuck out.
And I feel like if the doctor is scared of Jin because of who he works for, which is Son's dad, why put all of that on Son? Right? What if Mr. Pike finds out that you falsely said that his daughter couldn't have kids?
Yeah.
I approached it, and my thought was he was just going to lie and say they could have kids because he didn't want Mr. Pike to find out that he was the one who told them that they couldn't.
And then Mr. Pike could just blame Jen,
or just blame him and like he messed up. I thought that was going to be what it was. Like, I guess because Jen didn't act out until after the news was told. So I don't know.
They were holding hands and being sweet with each other beforehand. He really flew off the handle. How much would he, like the doctor thought, have flown off the handle at all if it had been the other way around and he had told him the truth and been like,
maybe
ain't got no swimmers, brother, I'm sorry.
Gosh, maybe. I mean, because he did kind of blame Son. Like, did you lie to me?
Yeah.
Did you know this? So maybe he would have asked the doctor or blamed the doctor.
So
maybe, yeah.
Maybe even blamed himself. We know Jen, but Jen in this situation, speaking of Jen, as if we haven't been speaking of Jen the whole time, I love getting snippets of scenes where we get to hear what English sounds like to him, the way they backmask it and make it sound like gibberish when Bernard and Sawyer were talking to him about the baby. And he didn't understand any of it, of course, because he really only knows sailing terms and I love you. But then later when Son is like, oh, and Sawyer knows, and he's probably telling people, Jen goes, Daddy-o. Yeah.
Daddy-o.
That makes sense now.
So are they playing that in reverse?
I think so. I think it's backmasked and they're just taking the audio clips and reversing them just so it still kind of sounds like English, but not intelligibly.
Well, and I'm sure that probably makes a lot more sense, especially for me, because it sounds like something that you've heard a lot.
Yeah.
And it sounds like, I'm sure English at this point, he's
used to the sound.
Yeah,
of
why
it.
am I not understanding this? But it sounds like mumbly is kind of what it said on the subtitles. Yeah, so.
He's used to hearing English, and there are words that he can pick out in there, but for the most part, it just sounds like nothing.
I thought he was going to pick out pregnant.
I know.
I thought he was going to pick out pregnant.
Especially with having been around for all the Claire drama, but he didn't.
Yeah. And when he was talking to Son when they were at the garden or whatever, it was very like neat. And there's not like it's just interesting to me when he said, I want to name it a symbol with a name.
Yeah.
And it was funny because I'm not like super familiar with like Asian language. And it was funny to hear instead of a name, symbol.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
they're
cool.
the characters.
Characters.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was saying symbol.
Same.
Jeez Louise,
same deal. But
buddy.
the characters in East Asian languages, to my recollection, I am a little bit more familiar with Japanese than Korean as a language. I am not very familiar with either of them at all. But, there are like several characters can make the same sound. And the character that you choose to make that sound can have a very strong meaning to the name as well. Like both of these characters, for example, an example that's not real, both of these characters sound like da, but one symbolizes a flower and one symbolizes strength. And so which one would we pick for our son? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I think that probably that's common, like taking a character from a grandparent's name to create your child's name.
Gotcha.
I thought that was really sweet.
Yeah, I thought it was too.
And he was kind of surprised when she brought up her mom. It was like, maybe a character for my mom's name too. And he said, oh, yeah. I guess.
Which
if we like your mom now, was how it felt. Oh, Kate.
Tried to set you up with other people. So.
Right.
Yeah. I thought it was cool just talking about like characters and all that, just going through that entire process and thinking about their cultural differences and then how much of that has like played into their characters has been really kind of cool, Right. Especially their language barrier right now has been kind of one of my favorite narratives of the show in general. I think it's like kind of why I love them, because so much of what they do is unspoken. And I was like, oh, so we're speaking it now. We're talking about character. We're talking about baby names. Like he's saying, I love you in English. Like this is morphing into something different. Now I'm starting to get a little bit more insight to kind of who they are, what they are. And just that whole thing was awesome.
And they are verbally communicating more, but they are also not losing those acts of service and those like little moments, like Jen coming back to put the garden back together and then gardening with her a scene later to make up for ripping it up when he got all pissy. Well, it was nice. Yeah. Good puppy. Thank you.
Yeah, tough. Tough. But like he's just doing
not the viewers, that's to Zoe, our beautiful producer.
Doing the wrong thing. I like when he was ripping that garden up, it was devastating to watch. I got
so upset.
It was like, awful.
Jen, no!
What is he doing?
What are we doing?
There's got to be a better way to get her to feel like she doesn't need to be out here by herself. I understand where you're coming from.
He's scared because she got beat on the top of the head and knocked out there. And he doesn't know that was Charlie. It's like he thinks that was another.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
Right.
If you're scared that she was out there by herself, don't scare her.
Yeah, garden with her.
Double scared.
Which is what he does in the end. And
double scared. What are we doing?
And then he trusts her enough to leave her alone. And she's like, I actually would like a moment of peace by myself in the garden. Here at the end, he leaves. And you can tell that he kind of doesn't want to, that he's still worried for her. But he's like, yeah, if that's what you need, absolutely, I'll go.
Growth. Important.
Growth.
Why did she say 20 minutes?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like weirdly specific.
For the next 20 minutes.
She was like, I would like to just stay here for a little bit, for like 20 minutes by myself, if that's okay. And I was like, 20 minutes?
What can you do in 20 minutes?
Why not 18? Why not 23? That's really just for a little bit, right? You would just say, I would like to be here for a little bit. Just around 30. She just said 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
That was a very specific time frame.
It was.
Right?
What could that mean?
Are Are you asking or are you making fun? Because I was like,
a little of both.
oh, okay, that's fair. Well, I just thought it was a weird. No one would ever say.
It is weird.
Can I sit here for 9 minutes and then I'll be out? No, you would just say generally. Can I be about 10 minutes? She said 20 minutes specifically, which I thought was important.
That's strange, but I didn't dial into it, and I don't know if it means anything.
Oh gosh,
if it does, I can't remember. And there are plenty of things I can't remember because I haven't watched it all together in a while. So maybe it is very important.
Am I getting worse at watching the show?
No, I don't think you are.
I keep trying so hard to specifically look at things, and I feel like I keep looking at the wrong things. I'm looking at the wrong things all the time. I'm paying attention to stuff that truly does not matter, you know?
That's okay. It's okay because I also am doing that, but in a weirder and grosser way.
Oh.
Most of the time. So it's fine.
I was like, what's she going to do in 20 minutes?
What is she going to do in 20 minutes? Do we want to talk about Sawyer's book?
What can she do in 20 minutes? Where's old bald head at?
Where's old bald head at?
I can think of something she can do in 20 minutes.
Wow.
Lead to a pregnancy test. Hurt my boy Jen. I can think of something.
Yeah. He's not around. But yeah, that's true.
Hey.
He doesn't know.
I don't know how long the thought of him takes, but whatever.
Hurts. That's so funny. I don't know how long the thought of him hurts.
That was really inappropriate. That's
what I was joking about when I said, what is she going to do in 20 minutes?
I missed that.
Making a masturbation joke. It's fine.
We got there.
We got there. God damn. Do we want to talk about Sawyer's book? We've been doing that.
Well, I was trying to read the name of it, and I got like half. What was the book? What was the book he was reading?
Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret by Judy Blume. It's a classic about a young Jewish girl in her early teens going through puberty and having her first period and having all of these brand new feelings and emotions in her head and dealing with family drama that's happening around her in a new way because she's old enough to understand what's going on now instead of just blind to it. It's a good book for a young woman to read. I don't know if it's a great book for like a 38-year-old man to read on a beach, but it's a great book.
That was my face. Like
for women coming of age.
That's the book that Sawyer's reading?
I think he's running out of material. I think that he's read Watership Down and all of that, and he doesn't have much else that's masculine for him to read. And so he's branching out.
He makes a very crude joke.
He does. And that's my notes for this were.
Oh, gosh, this is a lot. He's reading that book as his son comes up to him and asks for a pregnancy test. Like, sure, I guess they kind of coincide. Like, I get it, you know, but it's tough.
Sawyer reading Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. Woke King. And then my next note is, he's disgusting, actually. Because she's like, what are you reading? And he's like, not enough sex in it. From Margaret? The child?
Oh, gosh.
Whatever. It's just like being gross to be funny, I think. But it's nasty.
I know, but it's like, so the writers had to know, and the prop masters had to know someone at some point was going to pick up on that.
I want to think that the script was just like, Sawyer's reading a book. Son asks him about the book. Sawyer's response is not enough sex in it. And then once they got to filming, that's the book they found. They're like, wouldn't that be fucking funny?
See, that's what I'm saying.
That's more believable to me. Like, wouldn't that be funny? And it'll make Josh blush and, you know, blah, blah, blah. It'll make the crew laugh. No one's going to pay attention because the show isn't going to be any kind of like cultural mainstay zeitgeist.
Yeah.
But then it was. People are analyzing everything.
Whoops. Like, it's going to live in Reddit threads forever.
Forever.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Like,
the amount of comments I get on TikTok with just the widest possible range of varied opinions on Jack Shephard is crazy. Every other comment I get is either I hate Jack or Jack's the GOAT, Jack's the best. Everybody is always going to be arguing about Lost. That's good.
I've actually got to get out of the comment section.
Yeah.
They're doing too much. Like, we're so thankful. We're getting a lot of views, a lot of listeners.
But Anthony can't be looking anymore just because of the things that y'all say.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's weird to think that they didn't know what this show was going to be, and then they do that. It's like one of the grossest things I've ever heard. What a horrible time to say there's not enough sex in this book.
It's gross.
And then it's funny to think
freak.
about like the fact that we're doing this, and this show is such a big deal to so many people, and a lot of that lore just depends on just people thinking, dude, this would be hilarious if we just threw this in. What was the song that you were talking about that they were playing on the radio station a few weeks ago?
Oh, yeah. It was the Glenn Miller Band.
Yeah. Do you think that was built into the script? That seems like...
I think Glenn Miller was because of his history as someone who disappeared in a plane.
Okay.
But I can see a lot of these, and that's... Just to like segue weirdly, I love acting and I love doing theater and film because theater and film are collaborative art processes. And so the finished product is not the product of your work. It is the product of your work and the director's work and the costume designer's work and the lighting designer's work and the writer who wrote the play 20 years ago's work. And all of this comes together to create something. And so sometimes there are little stupid in jokes. Like if you're in a play and there's a specific line that made everybody laugh in rehearsals, you might deliver that a little funny during the show just because of how everyone made it an inside joke in rehearsals. And so that's interesting to see it happen on big budget, big dick productions like Lost.
Yeah, and I think
Are you okay?
I actually tried to like hide that cough as while you were talking, so it's like a little. No, it's
better out than in.
When a show like this, it takes life, which seems like to me as someone who's watching it way later, when it takes life, the people who do little things like that, who worked on the set, who worked on props, who did a little thing here and there, they get to live in infamy where they don't necessarily get all the credit for the show, if that makes any sense.
Right.
Like whoever put that book in Sawyer's hand, right?
Maybe it was in the script, but I prefer to think that it was just some prop guy was like,
how do you not fire that person on site?
Let's give him this book.
No. You're sitting around the writer's room and this intern walks up. He's like, you know what would be really funny? Let's put this book about a young woman going through puberty, and then let's make a sex joke. Like, okay, you're fired. You got to go.
You have to leave right now.
There's no way they would let him get another idea or her get another idea, right? So that just happened.
You've got to see more of the blooper reels. I let you watch the season 1 blooper reel when we were done with season 1.
It's crazy how far we are right now and how we're not far at all.
We've got 6 episodes left if we count the finale, which is 2 parts again, as one. Actually, there was 3 parts for season 1. It's 2 parts. If we count them as one episode, we have 6 episodes until we're done with season 2. And you'll get to watch the blooper reel for season 2 then. These people act nasty awful in these blooper reels.
I'm sure. I mean, they've spent so much time together.
And it's a product of them being comfortable with each other enough to make nasty jokes the way that we are comfortable enough with each other to make nasty jokes. But
yeah. Well, I mean, you and I have been in a show together, and then you think about like how you and I interacted maybe the first week of rehearsals, or maybe at the table read, and then like by closing weekend,
we were making jokes about how
you can't really rein us in anymore.
I was the family, you know what?
Yeah.
Right,
so the closer you get with people, the more it's like, it's gonna be tough to keep us on the rails here.
Yeah, and that's I think important and beautiful. But there are some specific ones, and I think this season 2.
Okay.
We'll see.
That'll be a treat for me.
Fun. It's always a fun treat. I love a blooper reel, and I feel like we don't do them anymore. Camera 1. I feel like we don't do them anymore as a society. And we need to. I miss a blooper reel. Peacemaker season 1 had a blooper reel. I think season 2 did too, but it wasn't as good. Most shows don't. This is my plea to HBO, Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu, Stars, Showtime. All you guys. Epix TV.
Tubi
Tubi
is a thing now.
MGM Plus. Give me blooper reels every season. I love to see them. Thanks.
Okay. Hey, hey, camera 2. Make them outtakes. Don't put a score over top of it. Don't make them like very commercialized bloopers. Put what they did not want in there. Make them outtakes. Make it people messing up. Make it funny. Don't just package, oh, this was hilarious. They were having so much fun. No. Make it funny. Do the outtakes. The people forgetting lines. The people doing too much. Make it what they don't want us to see. That's what we like.
Yes.
Both cameras.
And they're always so funny. Have you seen...
Did you like that? Or do you agree?
I love that.
Yeah.
I absolutely agree.
Don't like prepackage the
I want to see the
bloopers.
raw footage.
Come on. That's what I'm talking. Raw footage. Let me go back.
Don't. We've done enough. Have you seen like bloopers from like old black and white movies from like the 30s and 40s?
No.
You should look some up. They're always so. It's the reason I love them is that they are exactly like bloopers today. Like it's Audrey Hepburn swooning in somebody's arms and then going, oh shit, I forgot the line. And it's hilarious every time. It's so funny. I highly recommend watching some bloopers for old ass movies. There aren't many of them just because film was so much more expensive and you couldn't hold on to it as easily then. But the ones that are out there are chef's kiss. Goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It needs to be somebody like breaking character because
Yeah.
somebody broke them, not because they just were struggling to get there.
Right.
You know, I feel like there's a difference.
And I like the ones where it takes it back a bunch of times. There's like a specific line that an actor cannot get through. Like they keep swapping words around. And yeah, every time. And then they go, I'm sorry.
I got this. I got this. Keep rolling. I got this.
Yes. I love to watch people with flaws.
Yeah. Because we are people with flaws.
Exactly. It's reality.
Hey, Lost is nailing that brief. Mm-hmm. It's all people with flaws.
It is. And that's the point of it. I have a question for you.
Okay.
But finish what you were going to say first. I didn't realize.
I was going to say Henry Gale doesn't have any yet, except all of them, but, you know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Not my little Pookie Bear.
No, hit me with the question.
What is the difference between a martyr and a prophet? That's Henry Gale asks Jack that question.
When he said that, I really did kind of have a moment where I couldn't figure out the difference. I'm not sure that there is any. I think it's marketing.
Yeah.
Optics. Optics. I think a martyr markets a little bit less and people come to the cause afterwards. I think a prophet pushes on the front end and he gets people while they're alive. A martyr doesn't market as much on the front end, and then after they're gone, people realize the importance or the value. That's kind of where I landed. It's
because the prophets usually die bad also. They just don't get called martyrs.
Jack had a good point.
Yeah. Sounds like either
dead.
way you end up dead. And that was my favorite because that's what Ben was talking, or that's what Henry was talking about with Ana Lucia earlier, was that
Who is Ben?
Ben was his character and person of interest.
Okay.
Which is another character I really loved, another performance I really loved, and that was entirely my mistake.
I thought that he had a different name, and you just dropped that he's actually named Ben.
No, he is named Henry Gale. He played Ben in Person of Interest, and I got my wires crossed.
No, that's fine.
But he says, either way, they're going to kill me, no matter what happens here, no matter what you learn from me. Like, I'm going to die either way, and I'm coming to terms with that. And then when Jack comes in, and they have that little exchange, and Jack goes, sounds like either way you die. And Henry goes, well, that's the spirit, or something like that. It's like him confirming what Henry believes about all of that.
Yeah. Man, he is diabolical. This dude is a disaster. I mean, he is just ruthless. He is so snaky, maybe more snaky than I feel like I can ever remember a TV character being. I mean, there's Littlefinger in Game of Thrones, and then I think Henry Gale.
I love Littlefinger. I
think Henry Gale would put him in a blender. Really, I mean,
I want to see that.
The fact that I'm going to operate under the assumption that he is just a regular dude who got off a who crashed a hot air balloon, buried his wife, and now he's here.
Yeah.
I don't think that Anthony personally believes that that's true. He is so calculated in everything he says. The fact that he can do that after being locked up for 3 days is sickening behavior. That's crazy. If he is another, it makes sense. If he's a regular dude, it would take me months to figure out how to perfectly manipulate every single person around me with one sentence, maybe even one phrase.
Oh, yeah.
At this point, it's like one word. It feels like he can trigger Jack, Locke,
He's so
Arnold,
good
Lucia.
at it.
He's
He's reading these people.
It's crazy.
Regardless of who he was to begin with, he's reading these people so accurately. And I'll say this, before we started today, Zoe does not watch Lost, our producer. She has not watched. I let her read my notes a lot of times before the episode just because it's funny to watch her react to them with no context. But today she was reading my notes and I made a note about how much I love the cereal scene. You guys know. And Zoe was like, the cereal scene, that's funny. And I said, oh, okay. And so the first scene of Lost that she watched, I pulled it up on YouTube and showed it to her. It's just killer. The way that he lays it out, the way his pace through that whole speech is perfect. Him leaning back at the end, you guys got any milk? Like, he's not just totally wrecked Jack and Locke's whole view of the situation. Kills. I am not 100% sure. I was not there. I don't know. I feel like I read this at some point, but I don't have a source. And I might not have read it at some point. But I feel like that was the scene that they were shooting when they decided, hey, I think we need to rewrite the end of the Henry Gale arc because we need to keep Michael Emerson acting on this show. And that makes perfect sense, if so, because it's just killer.
I agree. His comfortableness is so unsettling. Like, when he leans back, why would anybody in that situation lean back? Yeah, the whole thing is just, it's very unsettling. He's doing everything right. I mean, truly doing everything right now.
Yeah. I'm just so excited to get more of Henry Gale. He rules. I
just don't, how could you do that? Is there something to Echo having like that whole thing that we kind of just didn't even, I mean, he said the black guy who cut his beard or whatever, stop talking. Because that's maybe Henry Gale's superpower. Is Henry Gale's superpower him talking?
Absolutely.
And him being able to manipulate and understand. The more he talks, the more he understands that people are going to talk back to him. And the more that they say, the more he can understand who they are and how to get to them. That doesn't seem like a dude who's riding on a hot air balloon with his life, just chilling out.
Well, or he said he was on the hot air balloon because he was a very rich man, or rich people not often manipulative and snaky by nature. No offense to any 1%ers except all of it.
You got me there. Actually,
it doesn't necessarily not him being this master manipulator.
You're right.
Does not necessarily like misalign with
it doesn't
the story he has told everyone.
I wanted it to, but you're right. It doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. Who could say?
He could have. Okay, so he could have landed on this hot air balloon a long time ago, then become part of the other.
Maybe.
Both things could be true.
Wow.
Maybe
I guess we'll find out if they find a hot air balloon.
Maybe he did send them in that map that he made. The map that Henry Gale made was real 10 years ago. Now it's no longer there because he is now another. Wow. And then now he's actually, so both things can be true.
Maybe. I do think it's really interesting. You kind of glossed over it.
That wasn't bad.
It's not.
That was pretty good. So he's laughing at me. That wasn't bad.
It wasn't at all. But one thing you said that really stuck with me, you kind of glossed over, was the idea that Echo read that in Henry and was like, if I let him speak, he's going to start telling me a bunch of shit that's going to sway me in some direction. Stop talking. I am here to apologize for the men I killed.
Yeah.
And cut my beard.
Yeah. And I think that's part of Echo's charm. And it's definitely why we like him. He's just, stop talking. Like, I get this. I've seen this before. I understand what you're doing. Mm-hmm. Enough. Stop talking.
Enough. Get up. I'm over it. Wow.
And Jack and Locke will just like let him talk forever.
Oh, they do. They do. They love to hear him talk. Locke especially. Just let him go.
Oh, he's taking a little heel.
Yeah, Locke is
Little
like
heel turn
purposefully
lately.
entering conversations with Henry too, like bringing him books and talking to him about Hemingway and Dostoevsky and
But then he brings in Ana Lucia literally just to spite Jack, and then Jack brings Henry out of the cell
for some cereal.
just to spite Locke.
I know.
That like they're both just vying for who's
They're
in
being
charge.
bitchy about it.
It's
Yeah.
insane, but it's kind of awesome.
I love
It's
it.
kinda
I love
awesome.
it. I love the interpersonal conflicts present and lost.
And here's the thing: these are two freight trains
Oh yeah.
heading for a collision. That is interesting to me. Those two cannot coexist. There's no way. Because there's a few times when, especially when Henry said Ana Lucia didn't tell them about the map, I thought they were going to combine. I thought they were going to like get on the same page. They will
No.
No.
Jack and Locke on the same page?
I thought there was a chance. And then that kind of confirmed these dudes, it's going to come to a big moment with them. It's going to come to a big moment with them.
I think probably you're right.
Yeah. I sign me up for it. And then we can do it. We can do a draft one day.
Oh, wow.
Who goes with who? Because they're going to separate. They're going to go to different places and they're going to make people pick sides. Who goes with who?
Wow.
And you let me, before that episode comes,
We will.
let me try to decide. Because I have some. Everyone goes with Locke. I'm trying to think who goes with Jack. It's really kind of at this point. I
Right.
mean,
Well, it's going to depend on what that final conflict is. I think that
Yeah.
there
Oh, yeah,
will
yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
be people who stay with Jack or who stay with Locke out of just raw loyalty. This is operating under the assumption that your prediction is correct and that they do split and split the tribe with it. There will be people who side purely based on, well, I'm on Jack's side or I'm on Locke's side. But a lot of people will be choosing based on what that final argument that splits is and be making a decision based on that.
and there's a ton of recency bias with all of these
Oh,
folks
yeah.
and like what happens on the island. Like,
And everyone's relationship changes episode by episode with everybody. Well, not with everybody, but with certain people, every episode are becoming closer or, estranging themselves from each other. And
yeah, like Charlie's a tough one too because like Locke, it really gets in his face a few episodes ago. But like
Locke kicked his ass a few episodes ago.
So does he go with him? But also
Right.
he's kind of with Sawyer to like the whole thing was to like make Jack look like an or make
Locke.
make Locke.
It was Charlie wanting to make Locke look like an asshole and Sawyer making
But that was his
wanting
guy.
Jack to look like an asshole.
That was his guy early, so things
Yeah.
can change. Yeah, so we need to. Oh, but we can't do it because I can't know that it's coming. Oh, I have some thought, like because as it stands right now, who goes where.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe we have had a lot of fun with games in our recap episodes at the end of seasons. Maybe we could do at the end of a season. If they split next season, who do you think is going to go with who? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
In our little ending episodes.
we would have to do it that way because right now, like, you can't do it, and because we don't know if it's true. It's definitely true. I mean, they're gonna fight, and neither of them have the propensity to not try to take people with them. Right. They're both desperate to be in charge, and I know Locke doesn't want to be in charge. He wants to do his he does.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that Locke wants to be in charge purely so that he can make the decisions for the island stuff. And he's not going to be able to do that while he's having to, kind of defer to Jack.
Oh, man. Now I'm even thinking about it a little deeper because Locke says, my hatch.
He does say that. And can I say,
Yeah.
I get it. It is your hatch.
You're not wrong.
You found it.
You're not
You were
wrong.
the only one that gave a shit about opening it.
You lost the life along the way.
You killed some poor twink opening it. It's your hatch. And I,
Boone's the twink.
not quite, but certainly more here than in Vampire Diaries.
Twink adjacent.
Twunk, perhaps.
Twonk.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a twink and a hunk hybrid. If you watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia, then you'd have this knowledge despite your heterosexuality.
But here's the thing: if it comes down to deciding who gets to stay in the hatch, too,
Yeah.
Locke's going to go to war. He's going to be the one trying
That's
to
his fucking house, dog.
And I say that because he's going to have to, like, politic.
Yeah.
That's not really his style. He just wants
He's a very genuine guy.
But if he wants to keep the hatch, he might have to politic.
He might.
Oh, that's so cool. Sign me up for that.
Yeah.
Him.
Who could help him politic, do you think? That's a good question. Because if he can't really do that part, he will need like a second in command who can.
Ooh, I think my initial thought would be.
That's the correct answer.
Wait, what'd you say?
You don't need to know. You don't need to worry about it. Don't worry, kitten.
I was going to say Kate is who
Kate's a good answer.
Kate is who I was picking.
Yeah.
I think Saeed's going to go his own way. I'm thinking about the most influential people on the island, and Kate is kind of the one I think is going to sway most voters. She's kind of the whip.
Yeah.
She's the majority whip.
Everybody likes her too, for the most part.
Everybody does like her, and especially if Jack and Ana Lucia's thing keeps kind of rising and growing, she might turn against him. But also, she kind of goes her own way too. I don't think Saeed's going to pick sides. I feel like he's a big sway vote. And then everybody else, I don't know. Everybody else seems more like followers. And Sawyer's not going to have a lot of people who follow him. I think he'll just pick
true.
based off of somebody else. So I'm trying to think of the players who move the pieces. You have to get the top player to move the pieces.
I think Sawyer would go where Kate was.
I think so too. Yeah. I think I agree with that completely. Charlie's going to go where the wind blows.
Is the wind Claire and Aaron?
I think they're going to follow Kate. I think Claire and Kate are really close right now, so I think they follow Kate. Hurley is probably going to follow whoever he feels like is going to get the hatch. Because
Hurley's kind of been Jack's boy.
He has been Jack's boy.
Whole show.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think if he feels like Locke's going to get the hatch, he's going to stay with the hatch. Man, what a fun conversation. Sorry.
You could talk about that for hours.
Yeah, I'm losing us. Who
would go where? I'm going to comb through my notes for a minute and see if there's anything that I have missed. Oh, yeah. We have new friends on our microphone this time. We didn't even talk about it.
God.
We showed you Locke and Hurley this time. We've got more little people courtesy of our beautiful producer, Zoe. I have Kate Austin. And she's so cute. She's got black lipstick on. It's a new look for her, but I think it looks great. She's got her, signature freckles. She's got a hair tie, a hairdo on her wrist, which works because sometimes she has a ponytail and sometimes she doesn't. She's got her 2 tank tops, which is perhaps the most defining part of her her costume design.
2 tanks.
And who do you have?
I have Jack Shepherd, and he's actually rocking the key.
Yeah, to the
key. He's got the key
briefcase.
necklace. He's got his cut off shirt on. He's got his jeans and the black belt with brown shoes.
Oh,
I'm not a
fashion police.
I'm not a fan. It's but he's actually got his trademark. What would you call? It's not a cowlick. What would you call that?
No, he's like got a little divot in his hairline. Maybe it's a scar, or maybe it's just like a little place where his hair doesn't grow. And he does have that, like a little doo-doo right here.
Yeah, he's got his patented buzz cut. He's got the 5 o'clock shadow. He's got his medical bag on the back.
Yeah. You got not a single button is done on that polo.
No, he's looking fit as a fiddle. Don't hide it if you got it, right?
Sure.
That Jack taught me that.
I thought that Thespis Thanks taught you that. Just to show that Anthony was in where his chest was.
All the way out. I was wearing a full
just
suit.
on display.
Yeah. I had a suit on and I had to unbutton the dress shirt.
Yeah.
And
I was there.
The director was like, just one more. But I was like,
one more is crazy.
It's like my whole chest is out.
Yeah.
I got a good review.
It made sense for the character.
Yeah, the reviewer loved it. So
our favorite viewer, Alex, has a note that is, do fashion rules exist on a spooky deserted island? And that's fair. That is fair.
Yeah.
But
they do.
Anthony's still going to get on your case if you wear a black belt and brown shoes.
I mean,
I'm still going to comment on the fact that you're wearing 2 tank tops. Wouldn't it be better, like, to have another clean tank top and just wear one? And then you'd have the other one to wear tomorrow. It wouldn't have sand and sweat and salt water on it.
You know, and I think they have no clue if this island's going to get cold, right?
I mean, it's a very tropical island.
I know, and they're still wearing pants. I feel like I would have cut them things
Yeah.
into shorts real quick. That's like extra material for
But
something.
tropical environments are also cold at night.
Yeah.
Like, so you kind of, if you get rid of your pant legs, you're going to be miserable at nighttime.
Yeah.
So I get why they're, and especially all the traipsing around in the jungle that you do, regardless of the heat, you need your legs protected from bugs.
That's
and
true too.
Foliage and all that.
Okay. All right. So, actually, Alex probably has a point. You know, there are
She
no
usually
rules.
does.
Yeah, there are no rules.
Yeah. You can't. What else do I have? Being rude about Jen.
But can I give him a hard time that he wore that on the plane though?
Yeah.
I mean, he wore that before the island.
I actually do have a bone to pick that's very related as
Okay.
well. And that is when Ana Lucia goes in to interrogate Henry. One of the first things she asked, she's like, why don't you have a beard? Motherfucker, there's so many men on this island, none of them have beards except for Echo. Where's Jack's rocking the same 5 o'clock shadow he's had since season 1. So is Sawyer. Locke is baby smooth.
Damn, that's a good
The
point.
ones that do have facial hair, that's not grown. It's been the same. If we're going to be suspending our disbelief for all of that, then let's suspend our disbelief for Henry too. And he does just say, well, I shave. And that might be, now that I'm saying it out loud with my human voice, that might be a result of people online being like, bitching and being like, why did, the same thing we talked about with artists.
Yeah.
Why don't they have beards? And that was a line they put in.
Oh.
I shaved.
Yeah, I got you.
The people packed razors.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because remember last week I was like, can you tell? And I was like, I would check their feet.
Yeah.
And then as soon as she said, why don't you have a beard? I was like, oh, dang, that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Why do people not have beards? That does make sense.
People don't have beards to the level that MC Gainey's character is still unnamed, and I'm doing such a good job of not spilling it. MC Gainey's character has the fake beard that they found in the
MC
staff
Gainey.
station.
Okay.
That's the actor.
Yeah. And nobody's hair. Yeah, you're right. All right. I thought it was a good idea when she said, like, why do you not have a beard? I was like, that's how you would tell if somebody's been here.
Yeah.
Maybe not, though. Maybe not, though.
Alex says hair stops growing on the island. Only explanation I have. And honestly, it makes more sense than anything else.
Oh, at this point.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. It cures cancer and it stops your hair follicles from doing anything. And it fixes your spine.
And it fixes your fertility.
And maybe it fixes your balls if she wasn't already pregnant.
We don't know that it was his balls. It could have been.
It was because the doctor said it was. Right? Or, well, another
He didn't get into
type
specifics.
of... Okay, yeah.
Okay. I mean, the testicular part of infertility is not always a part of the testicular part. I mean...
just shows how little I know.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I mean, it could be a lot of different things.
Absolutely.
It could be testosterone issues. It could be a blood count level. There's a lot of things.
I believe
okay?
you.
Leave his balls alone. You don't know for sure. And the island could fix all of that. It's a beautiful Jen and Son baby, and no one cares. And no one cares but me.
I love doing this show. Yeah, agreed.
I can't believe it. He's going to have a little bald baby coming out. It's going to really tick me off.
Well, I don't think that's how it works.
Genetics. You seem to know everything about genetics and about...
I don't think about genetics.
You know everything about... I don't know.
The way your
balls.
fire died so fast.
It did. It really...
You said the way you... I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. It's part of the show. I get fired up and, you lose it.
Yeah, we have to fight. I think that's what our viewers are here for.
Yeah, I'm not going to really fight. It's just I never know what's going on.
That's
and then I
true.
get really fired up about something.
Yeah.
And then you say something.
And you're absolutely right about Jen's fertility. It could be any number of things. I'm sorry for talking about his nuts.
I just get fired up and you say something that makes a lot of sense. And then I got nothing to stand on. And then I have to slowly kind of walk it
And you're
back.
good at that. You're good at...
I'll own it.
Yeah.
I swing and miss a lot. But if you don't, what's your favorite Michael Scott, Wayne Gretzky quote?
You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take.
So I gotta take them.
That's right. That's absolutely right.
That's
That's
Jen
a good
and
philosophy
Sons.
to have.
That's their baby.
I hope so.
The island performed this miracle, and Russo's gonna steal the baby.
Maybe. Who could say?
I'm just going off what's happened so far.
I don't know that I have anything else. Do you have anything pertinent that we need to discuss before we let our beautiful viewers go?
Oh, one last question. Who's flying with a pregnancy test?
Yeah, that's true.
Is that something, or
I mean, maybe.
is that just me paying attention?
I love you paying attention.
That's an interesting question because I did think,
Yeah.
who would be flying with a just
Right.
take it before or when
get
you
one
land.
When you get there, LA has lots of places you can buy a pregnancy test. I'm sure. I've never been, but
So that's why I was thinking somebody else on the island is pregnant,
Yeah.
and I was like trying to think, like, have we seen anything? Who's flying with that? I don't know. She said that, and I don't know. I just thought it was
yeah.
interesting.
It is interesting. Maybe
Canonically, it just needed to be there.
it just needed to be there. The joyless explanation is we need a pregnancy test on the island.
Yeah, that's
The
kinda-
Watsonian explanation is Shannon was real worried. I don't know.
oh, yeah, that would have been a
After
good one.
slapping parts of their brother.
If you wanted to do it, blame it on somebody who's no longer here. That would have been perfect.
And that's really
Yeah.
good. And then nobody can get mad at her because she's dead and buried, and it's also sad. And
Yeah. Okay.
we can't, get mad about her incest anymore because she and her incest partner are both dead, and
Yeah.
it would be in poor taste.
It would be. Yeah. We would never,
We would
ever.
never.
Nobody would dance on their graves that way.
We would never.
Never. Okay. Well, I just thought it was interesting. Who would fly with a pregnancy test?
Yeah.
That's a super valid question.
Yeah. I guess so. Maybe they're cheaper in Sydney than in LA. I don't
Maybe.
know.
Yeah.
I feel like the economy in Australia is that things are more expensive, but I could be wrong.
I would assume,
I don't know.
but I don't know. Yeah. I don't want to
I
say.
don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who do you think the next episode of Lost is going to be about?
Okay. Based off of what we saw, I don't know. I really don't. I'm feeling a
Give me
Michael.
a little guess.
I'm feeling a Michael
We
episode.
haven't seen hide nor tail of Michael.
Okay, so was it Michael?
No.
Oh, dang it! Gosh darn!
What's Michael doing? A big bunch of nothing lately.
I said it and I thought I nailed it. No, so it's not Michael. I don't know. Locke.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Next episode is a Locke episode, which is great because he's been dealing with all of Henry's little machinations, and it'll be interesting to have a focus on that. I don't remember what the flashbacks are about, but I will look it up when I leave here. And it is called Lockdown, and I do remember all of the island side shit that happens in this episode, and it rules.
Okay. Okay.
It
Rules.
eats.
Eats.
It's so good.
No crumbs.
It's so good. And if I might have an idea of what the flashbacks are, and if I'm right, those are also good.
Okay. I feel like it's got to be about him not having control of his own life when he was working, at the cardboard box company or whatever.
Yeah.
And this whole episode is about him trying to take back control and being in charge.
Yeah. Maybe. I would like that. Did you watch Danny Phantom?
The guy with like the Nickelodeon show?
Yeah, glowing green eyes.
Yeah, he had white hair and like a
glowing green
black
eyes.
suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time we talk about Locke working at the box company, there's a big siren in my head that goes, "The box ghost!" Does that mean
No,
anything to you? Right.
doesn't.
Okay, let's forget I said anything
It
then.
doesn't. No, it's living in infamy
That
now.
wasn't
This
me.
is this is live stream.
Who
so-
said that? Anthony, I'm scared. Someone's in here and they're making noises about a box ghost, whatever that is.
The studio is alive.
And we're merging with it. Are you sick of me yet?
You've been holding on to
I
that
have.
one the whole
It was
episode.
funny as hell. Leave me alone. Thank you. What happened?
I think my hat kicked up.
Oh, it was very violent. It
No, no,
looked
no,
Like,
I
it
went
looked
like-
like Jack jumped at you.
The ghost is here.
Yeah.
No, I went like that.
Ah.
Kicked it off. That's our sign. Take us home.
It is. Yeah. So we're landing the plane in Seoul. I don't speak the language here, but we'll figure it out and we'll have a great time. And maybe the skyline will look better when it's not on a green screen. Thank you so much for flying 815. Next week, we'll be talking about Lockdown, which is a lock episode, the 17th episode of season 2. We're really starting to gun for the finish. We'll be finishing season 2 early 26, it looks like. Thank you so much for listening, and join us next Monday.
Thank you. Bye.